Dear beautiful soul, if you're reading this message right now, it's not by accident. There's a reason you found this. Your spiritual guides have a powerful message for you. You might not even feel it clearly yet, but something has been changing deep inside you. Something sacred, something special has been getting ready behind the scenes. You've cried quietly, prayed without needing words, and waited with more patience than you ever thought you possessed. And now, the universe, the divine, is starting to move things for you. Your time is getting closer. The partner meant for you has already been chosen. Not by luck, not by random chance, but by divine plan. Feel this in your heart. I am ready. I am worthy. I am open. You were never meant to go through life alone. You weren't put here just to get by. You were made to love deeply and to be loved completely. And now, that kind of love is coming your way. A rich love. Not just rich in things, but rich in heart, in being truly present, in loyalty, and in spiritual connection. This person has been through their own time of waiting too. They've also been shaped, tested, and made stronger through their own challenges. And now, just like you, they're being prepared for something much bigger than just romance. This is about a sacred connection, a partnership where peace feels natural, like a crown you wear, and joy becomes your everyday reality. They're coming with more than just material things. They're coming with a wealth deep in their soul. They're coming to add to your life, not take away from it. They are coming to protect you, not own you. They're coming to build with you, not tear things down. And when you stand next to them, you won't feel small. You will feel incredibly safe. This love is mature. It's not confusing or chaotic. It's not based on fear, desperation, or just what's convenient. It's a love grounded in purpose, in deep respect, in divine timing. Your guides are telling you, you are ready. Even if you feel unprepared, even if doubt still whispers in your ear, even if your past tries to tell you lies. You are ready because you've grown. You've healed. You've let go of what wasn't truly yours. You've chosen what feels right in your soul over just being attached. And now, the universe is responding. You're not being overlooked. You're not being forgotten. You're not being skipped over. You're being perfectly positioned. You're being watched over. You're being favored. And the love that is coming is the kind you'll never have to chase. The kind you won't have to beg for. The kind that chooses you every single day, even when things get tough, even in quiet times, even when you're both being stretched and growing. There was a time when your heart settled for less, because you didn't know what more could feel like. But not anymore. Not this time. This love won't come to manipulate you. It won't disappear on you without explanation. It won't lie or make endless excuses. This love will show up. This love will speak life and encouragement into you when you're feeling tired. This love will pray with you when you need support. This love will cherish you openly and protect you privately. They are coming, and when they arrive, you will finally understand why others didn't stay. It wasn't rejection, it was redirection. Heaven had to clear the path. The divine had to remove distractions. Your guides had to close doors that would have kept you from your true path. And now, the universe says yes. Yes to the partnership that helps you step into your purpose. Yes to the kind of love that brings you more peace. Yes to the sound of laughter returning to your voice. Yes to the feeling of home where your heart can finally, truly rest. This person, they're not just wealthy in a worldly sense. They are rich in wisdom, rich in grace, rich in patience, rich in love. They know what it feels like to lose, to start over, to be humbled, to walk through difficulties and still choose to be tender and kind. They won't be scared off by your past. They won't be intimidated by your inner light. They won't feel the need to compete with you. They will simply want to support you, to cover you, to honor you. You've waited so long. And I know, dear one, it's been painful at times. But you have not waited for nothing. There's a huge table of blessings being prepared for you, right where challenges used to be. Not to make you feel proud, but to make you deeply aware that the divine has never stopped looking out for your heart. Your spiritual guides are surrounding this connection even now. They're aligning schedules, weaving your paths together, softening hearts, opening doors, and removing anything blocking the way. And You're stepping into a love story that only the universe could write. One where the quiet times finally make sense. One where all the pieces fall into place right on time. One where your heart whispers, this is what I was made for. So take a deep breath, dear one. You're not behind schedule. You're not missing out on anything. You're not too much, and it's definitely not too late. You are right on time, exactly where you need to be, right on the edge of a beautiful unfolding. A rich, deep love is coming. And so is your healing, your sense of home, your partner in purpose, your peace. And they will look at you not as someone they need to fix, but as someone to simply love. Not as someone broken, but as someone beautiful. Not as a burden, but as a true blessing. Yes, you are worthy. Worthy of this amazing love. Worthy of this kind of soul wealth. Worthy of the joy that you don't have to earn. Worthy of the rest that comes without strings attached. Your guides aren't just whispering anymore. They're declaring, prepare yourself. Make space in your life. You're not going to miss this. This love will walk right through your door, and your soul will recognize it instantly, even before your mind catches up. Stay open. Keep believing. Stay true to yourself. You are ready, and your time has come. They are on their way to you now, but they are not rushing. They are moving carefully, guided by that higher wisdom. Your guides are walking with them, whispering your essence into their dreams, gently pulling their heart towards yours, even if they don't quite understand why yet. And soon, your paths will cross. Maybe it will happen in a place you least expect. Maybe it will feel like just a coincidence, but trust me, it won't be. It will be a divine meeting, planned by the universe, watched over by your guides, protected by spirit. It might start quietly, a conversation that feels strangely familiar, a look that holds for just a moment longer than usual, a warmth that settles in your chest before you even process what's happening. You'll wonder, why do they feel so familiar? Why does my spirit feel so calm in their presence? Why does my heart whisper, stay here? Because your soul already knows them. And even if they don't recognize you with their mind right away, they will feel it deep down. They'll feel something soft yet incredibly strong. Something that makes them pause. Something that quiets all the other voices telling them to keep searching or playing games. It's safe now. You will become a living reason for them to finally believe that prayers really do get answered. This love won't rush you. It will flow naturally. It will feel like warm sunlight on a quiet morning, gentle, healing, honest. And they'll make space for you in their life. Not because they feel obligated, but because it will feel like the most natural thing in the world, like building a home they always knew, deep down, they wanted. They'll look at you like you're a miracle, because to them, you truly are. They'll tell you things they've never spoken aloud before, and you'll feel completely safe, safe enough to open up, safe enough to just be yourself, safe enough to trust love again. Your voice will even sound different when you're with them. Lighter, freer, because you won't feel like you have to perform or pretend anymore. You'll just be you, and that will be more than enough. They'll want to know how you're doing, really doing. They'll want to see the world through your eyes. They'll ask you questions no one else ever thought to ask, and they'll remember your answers. They'll show up for the big, important moments and stay present and attentive during the small, everyday ones. And slowly, gently, you'll start to believe it. This time, love is not leaving, because they won't leave. They're not afraid of hard days. They're not easily shaken by your emotions. They're not interested in just surface-level connection. They want the real, deep stuff, and they'll hold your hand through all of it. They won't try to fix you. They'll walk beside you as you both continue to grow and heal. And their wealth, that soul richness, it will show up in the way they make you feel truly seen. It will shine in the way they make you feel protected and cherished. It will bloom in the way they pour joy into your days without you even having to ask. Their generosity won't just be about money or things. It'll be about their time, their energy, their thoughtfulness, their presence. And they'll keep choosing you, not just on the first day, but on day 100 and day 1000 and beyond. Because they'll know, deep in their soul, that you are the one they were searching for long before they ever saw your face. And when they finally tell you how they feel, it won't be dramatic or staged. It will be raw, real, and feel almost holy. They'll take your hand, look you right in the eyes, and say something like, "I don't know how this all happened, but I know I don't want to live another day without you." And you'll feel it in your chest, in your bones, in the quiet space between your breaths. You'll feel that this moment was written in the stars long, long ago, before you even knew what love truly meant. And when they propose partnership, it won't just be about a ring or a gesture. It'll be about the deep intention, the pure love behind their words, maybe the tears in their eyes, the slight tremble in their voice. Because they'll know they're not just gaining a partner, they're stepping into their destiny. And they'll express their commitment not just with romance, but with a deep sense of respect and honor. Because committing to you will feel like a sacred privilege. And when you say yes, the heavens themselves will feel joyful, because something holy and meant to be has just been fulfilled. And your guides, the ones who've been watching over both of you, they will be filled with peace because their assignment is complete. The connection is sealed. From that moment on, everything will begin to shift. Not instantly, not without putting in effort, but permanently. Your days will start to carry a new, deeper meaning. The home you build together, whether physical or emotional, will be filled with laughter and those quiet, precious moments that make time seem to stand still. And you'll pray or meditate together, not just for yourselves, but for the world, for your shared future. Maybe for children if that's part of your path, and for others still searching for the kind of connection you found. Because this love will make you both better, more kind, more courageous, more whole. You'll see yourself reflected in their loving eyes and finally, truly believe, "I was always worthy of this." They'll celebrate your light. And when you forget who you are, when doubt creeps in, they'll remind you, not with pressure, but with gentleness. Not with demands, but with deep understanding. Because they will love all of you. Not just the strong parts, not just the easy-to-love beautiful ones, but the parts you think are broken, too. The parts you've kept hidden, the parts you thought made you unqualified for love, the parts that still carry old pain. They will love those parts, too. Not out of pity, but out of deep honor, because they'll see what the divine sees in you. Not just the way you smile when you're feeling strong, but the incredible strength it took for you to survive when no one else even saw the storm you were weathering. They'll see your effort, not just your successes. They'll notice the courage it took just to keep going, to wake up some mornings when you barely felt like it. They'll love the version of you that had to hold your own hand through tough times, the one who whispered to yourself, "I'll be okay," even when you weren't sure you would be. They won't shame your tears. They won't ask you to hurry up your healing process. They won't get frustrated when old wounds surface in unexpected ways. Instead, they'll sit beside you quietly. They'll hold space for your sadness, without trying to fix it or control it. They'll tell you it's okay to feel whatever you're feeling, without needing to apologize for it. You'll see it in their eyes. They don't just want the easy, shiny parts of you. They want the full story. They want the truth. They want the real you, the you that maybe no one else bothered to stick around for. And when they see your scars, they won't see weakness. They'll see beautiful evidence of everything you've overcome. They'll see proof that you made it through things that were meant to break you. They'll love the you that's still learning how to fully love yourself. They'll gently tend to the places you try to hide. They'll wrap their loving arms around the fears you thought made you too complicated or difficult to love. And for the first time, maybe ever, you'll feel completely safe. Not because you're suddenly perfect, but because you are deeply known, truly known, and still unconditionally loved. You'll feel it when they speak gently to you. You'll hear in their voice when they say your name like it's something precious. You'll sense it in the way they never try to rush you out of sadness or difficult feelings. They won't expect you to always be the strong one. They'll step in and support you when you can't. They'll offer comfort and protection when your heart feels vulnerable or exposed. You'll finally learn, deep in your bones, that real love doesn't force you to constantly earn your place. It simply makes you feel like you belong, exactly as you are, even on your worst day. And as they hold you through those moments, you'll realize you're no longer alone in your pain. You'll have a hand to hold in the middle of the night. You'll have someone safe to talk to when old memories surface. They won't try to erase your past. They'll honor it. They'll honor the little child inside you who might still flinch sometimes. They'll honor the teenager who maybe had to grow up too fast. They'll honor the adult who learned how to survive and be strong on their own. And slowly, gently, with time and truth and consistent love, that deep ache you've carried for so long will begin to soften. You'll stop apologizing for being sensitive or tenderhearted. You'll stop hiding the parts of you that feel too much, because they will see those parts not as too much, but as everything they've been hoping and praying for. They'll remind you, you are not broken, you are blooming. They'll remind you, nothing about you is too heavy for me. I was built to love you through this. And that will be the moment you realize the divine didn't just give you love. It gave you someone who truly understands the assignment. Not someone perfect, but someone incredibly present. Someone who shows up every single time, even when it's hard, even when you might push them away because you're scared to fully believe this kind of love is real. They'll stay. They'll gently fight for the connection. They'll provide comfort to the places in you that still tremble sometimes. They'll build a new kind of safety with you, one that doesn't disappear just because healing takes time. And your guides will rejoice, because this is what you've always deserved. Not just a hand to hold, but a soul that stays. A heart that chooses you when you're glowing with joy and when you're moving through grief. A voice that consistently says, I see you, all of you, and I'm not going anywhere. This is the part of love that maybe no one told you about. The part that says you don't have to be completely whole to be worthy of love. The part that sees the cracks and imperfections and still calls you beautiful. The part that loves the messiness of life and doesn't ask you to clean it all up first. The part that walks patiently with you while the pieces continue to come together and whispers, I'll be right here when they do. Because real love, divine love, doesn't need you to perform. It just needs you to be open. And you, beloved, are finally truly open. You are ready, and they are ready too. Heaven, the universe, has prepared you both through challenges and through grace, through loss and through learning. And when your souls finally recognize each other and connect, it will not be loud or dramatic. It will not feel forced. It will feel like coming home to a place you didn't even know existed, but your heart always longed for. It will feel like finally being able to exhale fully after years of holding your breath. It will feel like you, but freer. Like peace wearing a human face. Like the universe gently saying, see, this is what I was preparing you for all along. This is what was being prepared for you. The mornings where you wake up wrapped in love, not confusion. The kind of comfortable silence that soothes your soul, not the kind that leaves you wondering where you stand or questioning your worth. You'll laugh together over coffee or tea. You'll hold hands while doing ordinary things like folding laundry. You'll turn everyday moments into sacred ones without even trying. Because love like this doesn't have to try hard to be holy or special. It just is. You'll feel it in the way they look at you when you're not even trying to impress them. When you're just relaxing in your comfy clothes, when your hair is a little messy, when you're talking excitedly about something you're passionate about, and you forget to feel self-conscious. They'll smile, not just because of what you're saying, but because they're filled with awe and gratitude that they get to love someone like you. You'll start to feel it physically in your body. This softening, this unlearning of old fears, this deep permission to finally rest and just be. You won't flinch anymore when they come close. You won't second-guess their love when things get quiet for a bit. Because this is someone who doesn't play games with their presence. They stay. They show up. They speak when it matters. And they know how to listen deeply when your soul just needs silence and understanding. And over time, your nervous system will calm down. Your breath will deepen naturally. Your heart will learn to trust again. Not because you forced it to, but because their consistent love made it feel safe enough to. They'll become like a mirror for you. Not the kind that points out your flaws, but the kind that reflects back your healing, your growth, your true essence. You'll see yourself through their loving eyes and finally understand why the universe waited so long to bring this connection together. You needed time to unlearn the lessons from past relationships that weren't based on true, sacred love. You needed time to walk away from connections that didn't honor your soul. You needed time to meet yourself again, fully and deeply, before anyone else could truly meet you there. And they'll understand that. They'll honor your journey and your pace. They won't try to rush your rhythm. They won't try to rewrite your story. They'll just hold the pen beside you, ready to write the next chapter together. Patient, steady, present. You'll walk through the world together, not as a perfect couple, but as two souls deeply connected. People might notice something different about you both, not because you're loud or flashy, but because you'll carry a sense of peace around you like an aura. You'll walk like you found something incredibly rare and precious, because you have. You'll share quiet moments of reflection or prayer together. You'll whisper dreams to each other in the dark. You'll learn together what it means to build something lasting and meaningful in the midst of ordinary life. They'll celebrate your wins as if they were their own. They'll be your biggest cheerleader, especially when you doubt yourself. They'll tell you, "I believe in you," so many times that you'll actually start to believe it deep down too. And on the hard days, they'll gently remind you of your strength and who you truly are. Not just by quoting inspirational words, but by being the living, breathing proof of faithfulness and goodness in your life. Because that's what this love is. It's evidence. Evidence of grace, of perfect timing, of a beautiful divine design. And it won't just stop at romance. This deep connection will evolve into shared purpose, into a shared vision for the future, into building a legacy together. You'll begin to create things together, maybe projects, maybe a family, maybe ways to serve others, things that heal parts of the world, things that make the universe proud. You'll write beautiful songs with your lives together. Not just melodies, but songs made of your choices, your compassion, your sacrifices, your shared joy. You'll nurture each other's dreams. You'll nurture the light within each other. You'll become the answer to someone else's prayer, because the love between you will overflow beyond just the two of you. That's the kind of wealth we're talking about. Not flashy or shallow, but deep, meaningful, and eternal. The kind that shows up in the way you treat each other, the way your home feels to visitors, the way you live your lives with open hearts and grounded spirits. And even on the days when you disagree. And yes, there will be those days because you're human. They will fight for peace, not just fight to be right. They won't use your insecurities against you. They won't run away from difficult conversations. They won't make you pay for pain from their own past. They'll lean in. They'll listen. They'll be willing to grow. Because love like this isn't about finding perfection. It's about building a partnership. Two whole souls, still healing, still learning, still choosing each other every single day. And you will be so incredibly glad you didn't settle. So glad you waited patiently. So glad you trusted that inner voice that whispered, "Not yet. Something better, something truer is coming." Because it did. It is. They're here now, or drawing incredibly near. And they love you in a way that perhaps no one else ever has. Not just for what you do, not just for how you look, but for your essence, your presence, your unique spirit. They see all of you, and still they stay. That, beloved, is the miracle, that someone would walk into your life, see the whole truth of who you are, the light and the shadows, and still say, "I choose you." And not just say it once, but choose you every single day, through joy, through grief, through times of growth and times of stillness. They'll choose you in the morning when your eyes are still sleepy. They'll choose you in the evening when you're tired and words are few. They'll choose you in seasons when you feel like less than your best, and love you back in a feeling like more. Because that's what sacred love does. It gently resurrects the parts of you that life tried to bury. And the way they love you, it won't just change your days. It has the power to heal generations before you and bless the ones who come after. Your union will be more than just comfort. It will be a calling into divine alignment, a partnership that carries purpose in every breath, every step, every yes you make together. People will look at the two of you, and they'll feel a sense of peace, like the spirit of love itself is resting there. They might not be able to explain it, but they'll know deep down that this kind of love, it feels different. It feels like it's inspired by something beyond this world. You will notice it too, when you share moments of quiet connection and feel something sacred draw near. When you express gratitude together and realize you become a safe haven, a sanctuary for each other. When your home becomes more than just walls, it becomes a wellspring, a place where people come and leave feeling a little lighter, a little more hopeful, because the love between you naturally spills over. It touches everything. It fills the room. It moves through conversations like a gentle, quiet wind. And the angels, your guides, they'll never leave your side. They'll hover around you always. Not because you're perfect, but because the love you share honors the source from which it came. You'll begin to understand something profound. This relationship was never just for you. It was also meant for the world around you. For the people who need to see and believe that love like this still exists. For the brokenhearted who are still waiting for their own miracle. For the weary souls who feel like they've been forgotten or left behind. You'll be the living proof. You'll become a signpost, a gentle light on a hill, a quiet voice that says, "Don't give up." The universe still writes beautiful love stories. And when you share your own story, when you talk about the nights you cried alone, the doors that seemed to close, the people who left, you'll do it with a sense of peace. Because all of it, every delay, every detour, every disappointment, ultimately led you to this, led you to them, led you to a love that doesn't just speak in words, but lives and breathes in action. And when you hold hands in the middle of life's chaos, when you whisper prayers or words of support through tears, when you laugh until your sides ache over something simple on an ordinary Tuesday, you'll remember. This is what it feels like when heaven touches earth. This is what it feels like when a long-held promise becomes a person standing right beside you. This is what it feels like when love is not something you have to earn, but something you simply embrace and receive. And even when you both have grown older, when your hair turns silver, when your steps perhaps slow down a bit, the love will still be there, stronger, deeper, more sacred than ever. You might sit together quietly one day, watching the sunset, and smile at each other like it's the first day all over again. Because this kind of love will always feel new in some way. It will never stop growing, never stop softening you, never stop stirring up gratitude in your heart. And your soul will know, with absolute certainty, this was worth waiting for. So please, don't lose hope. Not now, not when you're this close. Every little seed of faith you've planted is growing beneath the surface, even if you can't see it yet. Your hopes and prayers are echoing through the universe. And your guides, they're still on assignment, gently guiding, guarding, preparing the way. Heaven, the universe, is not confused. It's not running late. It hasn't changed its mind about the desires of your heart. This promise of deep connection is still yours. This beautiful story is still unfolding. And dear one, your ending, or rather your new beginning, will be far more beautiful than the pain you may have started with. You won't just survive, you will thrive. Not alone, but hand in hand with the one who is destined to love you. Not living in fear, but in fullness. Not defined by brokenness, but defined by blessing. So take heart, lift your head, and open your arms wide in acceptance. Because what's coming is more wonderful than you've perhaps even allowed yourself to imagine. And it's drawing near. It's coming quickly now. You've waited. You've watched others find their person. You've managed to smile even when your heart was aching. You've clapped for others' happiness while quietly wondering when it would finally be your turn. And now, the universe is saying, your turn has come. Not because you earned it through struggle. Not because you were perfect in your waiting. But simply because the source of love is good, because its promises are true, because deep, fulfilling love was written into your story long before your first heartbreak. You were never behind. You were never forgotten. You were never passed over. You were being carefully prepared. You were being refined like gold in fire. You were being positioned for something so special, so sacred, that it couldn't come too early, or perhaps it would have been mishandled or not fully appreciated. But now you're ready, and so are they. You've both seen too much of life to treat love like a casual game anymore. You've both experienced enough pain to know how precious healing and tenderness are. You've both lived enough life to understand what truly matters in the end. And that's precisely why this love will last. Because it's not built on fleeting fantasy. It's built on deep faith and shared values. Not on empty promises, but on answered prayers and intentions. You'll look at them one day, in the quiet stillness of your shared life, and every old wound within you will seem to whisper, "I'm so grateful you didn't give up hope." You might even say it out loud to them, too. "I'm so glad I waited. You were worth it. All of it." Because the memory of lonely nights will be gently eclipsed by the reality of peaceful mornings together. Because the persistent ache you carried in your heart will be replaced by a profound stillness that stays. And this stillness, it won't be boring. It'll feel holy. It'll be the sound of the divine whispering, "Rest now, beloved. This is the blessing I always intended for you." And you will rest. Not because everything around you is suddenly perfect, but because everything within you feels aligned and right. You'll wake up and breathe easier. You'll feel lighter in your spirit. You'll laugh more freely and louder. You'll trust love more deeply than ever before. And your heart, your beautiful, battle-worn, blessed heart, will finally beat in rhythm with someone who truly sees you, all of you, and stays. Not just when it's easy, not just when you shine brightly, but also when you tremble, when you question things, when you stumble, and when you rise again. They will be there because they were sent, and together, you will write a story that turns ashes into art, pain into profound poetry, and perceived delays into undeniable destiny. Together, you will love boldly and forgive freely. Together, you will show the world around you what divine love looks like in human form. And when people ask, "How did you two ever find each other?" you'll smile and gently say, "We didn't really find each other. The universe brought us together, and we both just waited long enough and healed enough to recognize it when it arrived." Because what's real, what's divinely orchestrated, you don't have to force it. You don't have to beg for it. You don't have to chase it down. It arrives right on time, wrapped in respect and sealed with a profound sense of peace. So hold on, dear one. Keep watching with hopeful eyes. Keep nurturing your connection to the divine. Keep preparing your heart and life. Because love, true love, heaven-sent love, is not just on the way. It's already drawing incredibly near. Your guides are walking with them right now. The invisible thread connecting your souls is tightening. The distance is shrinking. The veil between worlds is thinning. And soon, so very soon, your eyes will meet theirs and you will know, with every fiber of your being, this is it. This is the moment my soul has been whispering about. There will be no fear, no need to strive or impress, no confusion. Only peace, only presence, only the feeling of promise fulfilled. And when they take your hand, you'll feel it. Not just the warmth of their skin, but the fullness of the universe's resounding yes. And you'll finally understand why it took so long, why it had to be them, why it had to be right now. So, let your heart stay open. Let your spirit stay expectant and hopeful. Keep loving yourself gently through this final stretch of waiting. Keep trusting the process, even in the quiet moments. Keep walking forward in faith, because every single step is bringing you closer. And one day, very soon, you'll stand in the fullness of a love you used to only imagine. And you'll smile, not because the journey was easy, but because it was so incredibly worth it. And heaven itself will seem to whisper, "Well done. You didn't settle. You stayed open. You kept believing. And now, you are walking in the beautiful reality I always wanted for you." So breathe, beloved. It is done. It is sealed. It is sacred. It is yours. Amen.